world. We are Post-erotic Experiment in around Nosara, Costa Rica. I'm here joined by the amazing Kelly Love.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
And so this is our first day outside of the experiment, and we are taking a walk through the jungle in the rain, looking for a waterfall.
Hopefully it's a beautiful one.
I think we gotta go by here. He's pointing us in by here. Yeah, hopefully it's a beautiful one. Erotic Experiment, inaugural event. What do you think? How did it go?
So one of the questions that was posed at Erotic Experiment was, did we succeed? What were we testing? What was the experiment? What was the outcome? And I feel like what was beautiful about this experiment is we all brought our own hypothesis, our own thing that we were testing, that we were wanting to explore. So for me, I wanted to explore being able to move in with love, eros, eroticism, and still keep the connection with friendship without having to muddy the waters. Keep things clean and beautiful. Yeah, so I feel like my experiment went really well. I had a lot of opportunity to flow in and out of friendship, in and out of lovership, sharing lovers, exploring new lovers. And I was able to experience the convergence of friendship and eroticism. So
Beautiful.
it felt good for me.
Beautiful. So for me, it was really about creating a space where people can voice their desires, their longings, their fantasies, and possibly live it out if that was in synergy with the space. Now, one of the things we discovered at the Erotic Experiment is that fantasies sometimes are really a powerful aphrodisiac and turn on for the internal system, but when vocalized and attempted to live out, there's so much energy that is given to the fantasy and the perfect play out of it, that when something is being attempted to play out, that's beyond that is not in the organic flow, that it sometimes deviates from something we desire to something actually we need. And so one of the things that we found, it's like we played out some fantasies and they took a left turn or a right turn, and there was medicine in there. And that was my exploration. My exploration was, what happens when we explore a topic where we have so much life force energy being drawn that way, and what happens if we actually give ourselves the opportunity to voice desire, so already reduce the power of it by acknowledging shamelessly what we desire. And actually, when we put it into practice, how much power can we harvest now that we got the life force surge from that?
Yes.
As well as the distraction diffused. And for me, the Erotic Experience was also a premise for beautiful people, and when I say beautiful, I mean heart, to come together and to be in a space that is erotically charged and safe, and where we could apply our tools and to create a space of organic, flowing, easeful, erotic exchange. And so through the journey, which we also held a container for it, it was somewhat structured, but not really heavily structured. All the activities we led were for people to go deeper, to be more intimate with each other. And so that after, when the spaces were released, that people can play easily without shame, or like, how do I approach?
Yeah.
We've been dropped in, we feel, and we're speaking. And we also played on this piece of Hola.
Hola, hola.
Hola.
We also explored this piece of boundaries and consent.
That was juicy.
So what was your experience of the way we presented boundaries and consent, and the way it flows in a space that is safe with loving people?
So for me personally, what I wanted to see manifested or see explored and experienced was moving into a space where we're using our bodies and our more primal force to communicate boundaries like fuck yeses and nos. And so using body language or animalistic noises to express pleasure, displeasure, or redirecting the energetic flow of the experience. And it's also to like give us opportunity to experience a little bit more of a natural erotic current. Like sometimes words get in the way, words can spoil the moment. And so using other parts of ourselves to express desire, and then also waking up the other senses. So a lot of times it's easy to get caught up in the visual or get caught up in this idea of what we want to experience and not dropping into the moment or tuning into the person that's in front of you. So the exercise was also to give people an opportunity to feel into not only their energy and their desire, but what is this other person open to? What are they willing to explore? And how can I tune into that with smelling them or rubbing up against them
Or energetically listening.
energetically listening? Exactly.
Yeah, so we definitely practice the art of slowing down, listening, synergizing with other bodies, connecting from the heart space, and allowing the animal through, but in a way that is not like, toned down, but knowing that you had your full yes and your full no, and your no could just like look like saying no, or a hiss, or just moving the hands away. All in all, the battery is dying here. And I want to say I am extremely proud of ourselves, myself and Kelly, who held the point for this journey. And I think we rocked it, and the rest of the 10 participants felt left here powerfully, good, happy,
Yes.
embodied. And not everybody got what they wanted, but if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need.
Yes.
So on that note, wishing everybody love, reminding you to check out my adventures on frankmondeose.com or my videos on spiritualplayboy.com or my content on the Daring World podcast on SoundCloud. And remember, let love free. It's the only way we'll ever change anything. Peace. Mwah.